But we also think it makes the quality better and the performance better. We think that's why we have the reputation that we do. It also is why BMW doesn't mind doing business with us, because they know that the quality of the product is good. They know we're going to stand behind it, so if there's a warranty problem, they know the customers aren't going to get stuck. And that means a lot to them. And, you know, that's different.
You still have a program with BMW about that? I heard that they weren't having you as a manufacturer, part supplier anymore, that you were.
Yeah, that rumor's been floating for about 3 years. Relationship with BMW hasn't changed in 12 years.
Okay.
That's good to know. Once every 6 months it pops up on the forums. We go out and shoot it down, and a bunch of people jump on and say, yeah, that's been answered 25 times. And 6 months later it pops up again. This has been going on for 3 years, so I guess once every 6 months somebody has to just say that. And anyway, our relationship with BMW has always been the same. Hasn't changed since 1997. The relationship is basically this: we match BMW's warranty. We're an independent company. BMW has never owned us. BMW has never been affiliated with us. Okay. BMW can't cancel us because we don't have a contract with BMW. Okay, so it can't change, guys. Okay, it's our action to match BMW's warranty.
As a company policy.
It's a company policy. Yeah, that's basically what it is, including consequential damages. Okay, so this is a decision that Dinan has made. BMW said, wow, that's really great. Nobody else out the market is willing to do that. We're willing to cooperate with you in the warranty administration. So we call them up on the phone when a car breaks, and the dealer says, hey, this car broke. Is this your part or is it ours? And they go, well, we have a TSB on this, and we think that one's ours. And we go, okay, thanks for taking it. And they go, we don't have a TSB on this one. We think that one's yours. I said, okay, we'll handle it. So we get on the phone probably 2 or 3 times a week and talk to BMW about who's responsible for a warranty claim. That is our relationship.
That's great. Okay,
so you know, BMW can't cancel us voluntarily fixing cars. So the policy is never going to change. Okay, just so you understand, the relationship is never going to change. That is the nature of the relationship. Now, BMW likes us because we stand behind the product. We're the only aftermarket tuner that has a 450,000 mile warranty. The only one that covers consequential damages. So they think this is really great, and this makes our friendship closer. But it's more of a friendship, if you understand what I mean, that there's not really any official relationship between BMW and Dinan. Never really has been. But we know all the executives there because we had meetings about how to administer this warranty. You know, we've had meetings on how to deal with issues that come up. We've had meetings about motorsport programs. So we know all the executives, they know us. We have a relationship like you would if you're just a buddy, right? But that's the extent of the relationship. We're friendly toward each other. We work together in a cooperative way. We treat each other with respect and don't stick at each other with somebody else's problems. And if you treat somebody with respect and do a good job for them, the relationship just naturally gets closer. That's just the way human beings work, right? So over time, our relationship with BMW keeps getting closer because we treat them well and they treat us well, and we don't try and, you know, stick it to the other person, for lack of a better description. And the majority of other people, what they do is they sell you a piggyback box, which honestly isn't as good as software and isn't researched very well. And then when it breaks, they tell you to take it off and take it back to the BMW dealer. Don't tell them it's on there, so you stick BMW with the warranty claim. Do you think BMW likes that very much?
No.
No. It costs them millions of dollars a year, if not billions of dollars a year worldwide. If that company were to go to BMW and say, have them do something with you, what do you think BMW's answer is going to be?
No, they've been sticking it to us for years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So basically, you get a closer relationship with another human being, and a company is just a bunch of human beings, right? That's what it really is, right? By treating them with respect and being fair with them. And if you treat them with respect and you're fair with them, then they will do that back to you most of the time. That's basically our secret with BMW. Go let it out of the back.
And it's on video too.
It's on video.
Everything's on video these days. So, you know, so there's no secrets. There's nothing going on special. That's what the relationship is. We fix the cars. They're thankful that we do.
Why don't you guys have a relationship where you're building like so many Dinan Edition cars for the dealers to sell, you know, like Mercedes with their Black Series or whatever? How come you guys haven't collaborated to do?
Well, because we're an independent company.
Official.
And AMG is actually owned by Mercedes-Benz.
Right.
So it's like their M division for BMW, right? So Mercedes actually sends engineers over to AMG. They help AMG design the cars, and the parts go on the assembly line and get built on the assembly line, like a standard Mercedes-Benz. So in order for that relationship to work, 2 things would have to happen. One, we'd have to move to Munich. Second thing is BMW have to own stock in Dinan.
What about like
so those 2 things are extremely unlikely to ever to occur.
I guess maybe more like Saline or something then, where they get the car, it's already assembled, they get it and then upgrade it and then give it back.
Yeah, and that's the difference between American and European car companies,
Yeah.
and the way they do business and the cultural difference between the two. The Germans are much more in control of the company and their image.
Mhm.
That's also why their image is better.
Yeah.
And the Americans are, oh, somebody can do something for me, we can glob onto that, and we can get some mileage out of it. You know, just it's even the same way in motorsports, honestly. You know, when Americans go racing, they call Rick Hendrick or Roger Penske, and they write them a check and say, we'll put a Chevy badge in that, we'll call that a Chevrolet, and we'll go racing, we'll throw the whole car away because it isn't worth racing anyway, but we'll call it Chevrolet anyway because it kind of looks like one. And,
Exactly, that's all.
and hope you win a lot. If you do, we'll give you more money next year. The German way is, you know, we want to have more content with the car, we want to prove the car is better, we want to have more control of the organization. So it's a cultural difference that I don't think will really change. The Japanese are more like the Germans from a control standpoint as well. But I think it's also why the quality of the cars, both Japanese and Germans, are also better. It's just a different attitude. I don't think BMW will ever have a relationship with someone where they trust someone else with their image, unless they have executives in there managing a portion of that company and have some vested financial interest in it, because their image is too important. That's not what BMW's told to me.
Right.
That's my perception of having, you know, many hours of meetings with them, their attitude toward things. So I think that's unlikely to change. Would we love to do that? Yes.
Well, like a Stasis does that, right, with Audi?
No, Stasis just does what we do. In fact, the owner of Stasis, Paul's a really good friend of mine. He copied my business model. So Stasis is a copy of Dinan on a much smaller scale. They go into the dealer and sell them parts, and the dealer puts parts in the car and puts them in the showroom. Now, we do have complete cars that our dealers sell, to answer your question, but they're assembled at the dealership, not on an assembly line at the car manufacturer. So you can go into a BMW dealer. You can buy a complete Dinan car with everything Dinan has on it. But it's done by we have packages, if you look in the front of our brochures.
If you go on our website under the signature car
Yeah,
dealers,
called
or cars for sale, we have signature car dealers all over the nation and a few in Canada. And they have fully built 335s with wheels and the oil cooler, the intercooler, stage 3 software, suspension.
Right.
So you guys are selling them parts and they're doing the
Yeah.
assembly.
And
Correct.
they'll
Because
put
we
them
don't
in
have
the
a
showroom.
relationship with BMW to get it built on the assembly line.
Okay.
And we also
That's
have-
also what Saline does too, by the way. Other than Saline gets Ford to cover the shipping to their place to modify the parts, the dealer doesn't bolt the parts on, but they bolt the parts on, again, they're not done with assembly. And then for these Ford shipping, you go back to the dealer. But Ford's not really involved in the assembly of a Mustang either. The only people that have the car companies building cars for them aware of is AMG and Alpina. And both of those have the car companies actually assembling the cars on the assembly line at the assembly plant in Germany. They ship parts to the assembly plant.
Saline probably has to do their own assembly because the parts aren't that refined to where,
Yeah, I know.
where they can trust the dealership to install them properly.
I don't know. So Stasis basically did what we did. They shipped parts to dealers. They even called them signature packages. Their tagline is like one word different than our tagline. I mean, basically they said, wow, Dinan's been really successful. We want to do that with Audi. And they copied our program. That's okay. We don't care. They're not competitors of ours. I mean, it's flattering, actually. Yeah, so each one of our birds has signature cars in the front, and then inside is individual parts. And the signature cars are parts we think group well together, you know, are compatible and make it a nicer package. The dealer will pick one of these and build it and put it in the showroom and put a badge in the back of the car. I think we have 13, 15 dealers building complete cars and selling.
And we also have customers that go into the dealerships, they order a new car with an S3 package to be put on when it gets there.
Right.
So we have a few guys that.
So they can
they want-
finance that out. with the
Yeah, they want like a
dealer.
brand new M5 with the stroker motor, and so we have a couple guys that do that. The car gets there, the motor's there already, and they put it in before the customer ever takes delivery.
Yeah. We modify 3,500 cars a year throughout the United States and Canada, so a lot of cars. We probably make, about 2 week complete cars? So, you know, only about, 100 complete vehicles are sold brand new with everything on them. Most people buy the car and then buy the parts later.